Silverthorne off the boards, gets the break, goes with him. Silverthorne puts it onto the back post. Zajac puts it into the back post, and it goes forward from Macaulay Haywood, having the right hand over the top, throwing it in, and Miller's going toe to toe, and he's got 3 or 4 headshots and then drags him down. Still has it. Zabo being sort of marked out the game by Thomas, and the shot comes from forward now. Babrea with plans. Babrea walks in, shoots,
and he picks up his own rebound and
Zabo, and he's not happy about that. It was a late hit to hit from behind, and you see the players. Good evening and welcome to Icing Tonight on Made in Birmingham. This weekend sees a double bill of home ice hockey action for the Telford Tigers. They take on the Sheffield Steeldogs in the league tonight. Then tomorrow is the EPL Cup semi-final second leg against Peterborough Phantoms. We'll find out how the Tigers got on in that game later in the show. But first, let's have a chat to new netminder John Baston ahead of tonight's game against the Sheffield Steeldogs. So John, welcome to Telford. How are you finding it?
It was pretty good. I mean, can't complain. It was a long off season, so I'm happy to be back on the ice, and it's a good group of guys. They welcome me well into the team, and I feel like I haven't skipped a beat.
So that has a bit of a challenge, doesn't it? Because you had a bit of a break. You didn't start this first half of the season, so that makes it quite difficult to get back into the stride, I would imagine.
Definitely. Hardest part, of course, is coming into a team that has been together for the full season. But like I said, the guys have been great, welcoming me into the team. First week was rough on the legs, on the body, but right now I feel like right where I left off last season. So.
And you've had a good couple of games, and things are going well for you.
Yeah, I can't complain about the 2 games. I mean, I wish we could have got the win out of Peterborough, but we battled for the whole game. We were in it until the last buzzer, but hockey is a game where you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
So I just had a chat to John Baston there about his arrival in Telford, and he was saying how annoyed he was, if you like, they didn't come out with the win from Peterborough, but really enjoying settling in here at Telford.
Yeah, it's good to see him. You know, he's had a game and he's getting his feet for the game with the Tigers. The Peterborough game, of course, midweek game, Wednesday, a long way to travel. It's got to be put behind them now and see what they can pull back.
Nice to see Jonathan Weaver having a quick skate out on the warm-up. He may not be playing in tonight's game, but at least he's getting out onto the ice.
Well, the edge is coming off his injury now, and he's very, very close to his return. If not tonight, let's wait and see what happens at the start.
So eyes in, let's take a look at the first period action. The Telford Tigers versus the Sheffield Steeldogs. Eyes in, look in as the referee Miller raises his hand to the bench to drop the puck on the first period of the Telford Tigers versus the Sheffield Steeldogs. Telford win the draw, taking the centre. Jason Silverthorne wins it back to Jones. Jones cross-ice pass to Zajac. Zajac uses the boards to play it up on the right side. Rocket Ron Schrudra when he was behind the setting up of the setup at the Sheffield Steeldogs. And the Steelers, he was in the very first team.
Yeah, what a character and what a player as well.
Doug Clarkson backhands the puck through to McEwen. McEwen picks it up round the back of the net, puts it in front. Davis shoots and scores! Textbook play from Doug Clarkson. Headman in the puck to McEwen, waiting on the blue line. Drives in behind the net. Backhands the puck in front of the slot. Picked up by Matty Davis. Bides his time and fires it home in the top right-hand corner. The Telford Tigers get themselves on the score sheet. Picked up behind the net. Jones sets up the breakout. Passes forward to Kalina. He curls up to the right side next to Rick Plant. Banks it off the boards. Plant skates forward. Delays to Kalina. Shoots and scores! Kalina! Straight past Hadfield on the left side into the top shelf of the goal. And 3 minutes into the game, Alan, the Telford Tigers 2-goal up. 1 from the line. Kalina, Plant, Silverthorne. The first one coming from Clarkson, McEwen and Davis. Both lines, 3 passes, shoot and score, and great for Tigers fans. Thank you very much for watching Icing Tonight. The Telford Tigers 2 goals up on 3 minutes into the game. Telford press forward now. Clarkson passes across. There was a stick check that just got in the way. Pallock reached out to it. Clarkson shoots and scores!
Goal for the Tigers!
and he finds the top corner over Hadfield's left shoulder. And look at Hadfield. He's looking to the bench. He's looking ready to pull himself.
Well, we say
look at the netminder.
We say quite often, a lot of netminders are getting down a bit when a couple of goals have gone past them. This is running away from the Steeldogs now. They're going to have to do something drastic very, very quickly.
Referee Miller drops the puck on the second period. It's 5-on-5 back here at the Telford High Street. Telford 3 goals in front. Sheffield win the draw. D-to-D pass. Look up ice. Macaulay Haywood drives down the left side. Walks it in. Shoots on Gospel.
And here we see the Tigers have got it away. Bossas still on the ice. Long shift for Bossas.
The Tigers drums are beaten. That's the other thing as well. When they're playing with limited number of players, they're double shifting and they'll just tire earlier.
But look at this forechecker from Davis. He's just had Bossas pushed right back in. And he's got it out.
Breakaway. Davis cuts inside, shoots and scores. Straight over Hadfield's left shoulder into the. Look at Hadfield, look at the net. He's opened both arms out, looking net bound as if to say, where is the defence? Where is the support in front of his net? He's skating side to side, and the frustration in his face, he's not happy with the defensive positioning at all.
Well, you can hear the Telford fans have come alive again.
Yeah.
The drums are going. There's a lot of support, for what's gone on in other news on social media.
Off the ice.
Off the ice news, yeah. We're not going to go into that. It's not the right place or time. But it's Spurnley.
And it's unresolved. Kalina! Rocket of a slap shot!
Pick the balls out of that one!
So he picked up the puck just in neutralised, carries it over the blue line. Parallel to the goal, winds up, fires it home, finds the top left-hand corner of the net for goal number 5 by the Telford Tigers, scored by Milan Kalina, timed at 36 minutes and 11 seconds.
I think Horn as well will be eager to get one against his old team. And
of course.
He goes again.
Taylor shoots and scores!
Did you see that?
Look at that little celebration.
Did you see that one?
Adam Taylor pulls the puck in towards him, fires it home into the top right-hand corner, and almost all of Telford's goals have gone high on Hadfield. A beautiful finish, and that celebration from Adam Taylor as he glances up to the clock with that celebratory fist pump. 38 minutes and 9 seconds. Adam Taylor, the scorer.
Eyes down.
Referee drops the puck. Haywood wins it. Goes back to the defence. D-to-D pass. Pass forward to Palek. Now comes out into neutral ice. Clarkson carries it forward. Looks across. Tries to get the shot away. The angle was taken away somewhat by the defenseman. Out into the slot. Davis walks in and he misfires it. He winded up. He looked for the spot and then Stone makes the save. Clarkson swings again and suddenly Telford getting a couple of opportunities in empty net. And now a drive forward. Palek passes over the back post. And there is the goal from Bossas early on. And it's been a long time coming at 41 minutes and 3 seconds. Palek, interestingly, got the break the first time, took the shot, tried it. This time, Bossas drives for the back post. He lines it up the same as he did the first breakaway, but then passes onto the back post where Bossas just slipped it in behind Sam Gospel. We asked at the period break what Sheffield needed to do to get on the score clock, and in 1 minute and 3 seconds, they've shown us, Alan.
The answer from 2 separate groups of fans it seems to be have watered away since Pyatt left.
Yeah.
The fight seems to have fizzled out a little bit. So rightly or wrongly, he instilled something into Sheffield.
He did.
It's gone away. And let's not be wrong here. Sheffield have had a relatively decent season.
Yeah, they have.
They've been picking up some good wins.
Yeah.
Maybe that change in tactics work, but tonight it's showing a big difference.
I think that mentality definitely changed itself in favour in terms of the modern game compared to the old school sort of scrap a night.
Yeah.
Although the fans will never shy away from it. Clarkson! He's got to reach forward. He drives down. He goes to the puck. He tries to pull it. And he gets it in underneath Brandon Stone to put Tigers' 7th goal of the night on the clock at 43 minutes and 29 seconds. Scored by Big Doug Clarkson, his 2nd goal of the night, isn't it?
Yeah.
Time of the penalty, 55 minutes and 13 seconds. And this time, the defenseman goes to the box. Weaver makes a shot. And it got a tip in from Kalina. Kalina's on the back post. And I'm not sure whether Weaver made the clean shot. And I think Kalina chirped at the netminder And
well, Kalina and Ben Morgan gave Kalina a good shot, and Macaulay Haywood's talking to him.
I think Kalina chirped at the netminder as if to say you're rubbish or you missed that or whatever, and the defenceman heard it and gave him a bit of a cross-check. I think he's run his mouth off, and as a result sat at 10, but I will check that out towards the end of the game.
He's picking up some minutes tonight.
He is. And what you do. Oh, now Bossas on a break. A power play breakaway. Bossas pulls it round and puts it in the backhand, takes it round Gospel, and then uses the backhand up behind Sam Gospel into the back of the net. You can see frustration on Gospel's face, and that goal was scored at 55 minutes and 34 seconds. It was an even-handed goal because the teams were 5-on-5. Kalina's penalty was a personal penalty.
As long as they don't stay out in the nightclubs too late tonight after tonight's win.
I don't think Mr. Watkins will permit that. Aston plays it off the board to drive forward, and the full-time hooter goes. The Telford Tigers finish 8 goals to 2, 3-0 in the first, 3-0 in the second, 2-2 in the third. A great performance from Tom Watkins' men. So a great result for the Telford Tigers, finishing 6 goals to the good. The 8-2 was the final score here against the Sheffield Steeldogs. Now tomorrow night, that's the big game for the Telford Tigers. It's the second leg of the EPL Cup semi-final. If the Telford Tigers can win it in regular time, it will go to overtime to determine who goes through to the final. Join us after the break when you'll see all the highlights of the Tigers versus Peterborough. So big game tonight, no aggregate score, it's just about winning in 60 minutes. How are you feeling?
Yeah, great. Just obviously it's a strange one with a no aggregate thing, but it's just another game, innit? It's just another game we have to win at home. We're just going to go out there and do what we always do, work hard, and just try and get that win. And
the goals were coming thick and fast for both lines last night, and the goals were evenly spread, so it must feel quite good going into tonight's game.
Yeah, obviously, I think it's been like that all season, really. I mean, my line and Silves' line has been going and contributing, and we even had the third line chipping in last night, which was nice to see. And it'll be good to keep Silves on the ice all night tonight and not just for 5 minutes. So we'll see how we go.
So Matty Davies, just having a chat to him about the game. There was a good spread of goals last night between all 3 lines, so that must put them in a fairly comfortable position going forward, Alan.
Absolutely, as you say, there was a good spread out. Everybody was getting on the score sheet last night, but similarly, Peterborough had a good win last night. They scored 13 goals and they did exactly the same, so it's keyed it up tonight to be a really good encounter. And also the 6th man plays a very important part. Telford fans always loud in their home building, but Peterborough have brought a good number of away fans as well. Absolutely, again, during this morning and this afternoon we've been seeing some of the band as you get on social media, and they've brought an army with them tonight because they know it's going to be a cracker. Let's take a look at the first period action. Referee Matthews raises his arm and drops his puck on the first period. Peterborough win the draw. D-to-D pass. Both sets of fans banging the drums and cheering the names of their team. And now the puck goes down to Danny Rose. Passes it forward. Goes out into open ice. The defenseman makes an error. Kalina forces the play. Silverthorne gets the shot. Silverthorne gets the shot away. A defensive error. And look at the speed and pace of this game as things start. Hi to Aletha Snart following us online as well. Icing _ tonight. We get the first whistle. Shot comes in from the halfway line to Stubley. It's John Baston between the pipes of the Telford Tigers, who's listed as an import netminder. So if it does go to overtime, I'll be intrigued if he stays on. Shot comes across to Tate and he winds up for the shot. The puck's loose and it was forced out from underneath Ozins there by Taylor, and there was a swing at the puck. Each player finishing their hits in the end zone, and you can feel the passion. It's played like it's the 7th game of the... Well, it's like electric in here. And the goal comes in! Adam Taylor, the young Brit third liner, comes out with a goal. The fans are on their feet, as you can see, as the Telford Tigers get themselves on the score clock. 59 seconds
seconds in from young Adam Taylor. Goal number 1 for the Telford Tigers.
Well, nobody would have put money on Adam Taylor getting the first one, as you say. He's promoting himself up through the ranks here. He's getting more and more ice time since the recent changes here.
An interesting, Coach Watkins has rolled line 1, 3, 2, so he's staggering the lines. And it's definitely played in Telford's favour in the first minute of the game as the Tigers go a goal up. No aggregate score, so it's all about the score in the first 60 minutes. So now, Telford on the break. Kalina drives down the left side, passes back. Silverthorne back to Plant, shoots. Silverthorne was on the back post. Kalina picks up the puck, but the momentum as the puck travels down into the offensive end, you can feel the hairs on the stand up on the back of your neck. Kalina's in front of the slot. The defenseman there trying to push him out against the boards. And it's not settling down at the moment as the play continues. Danny Rose sets up the play for the breakout behind the net. Passes across to Oakford. He's got the pass option open to him. Uses the boards to Clarkson, but he just deflects off the boards. Peterborough take control. Put it up ice, and now
Peterborough will get a shot here, look.
Gets the shot away.
Wide
off the glass. Picked up in neutral ice. McEwen's the front man. Darge holds up Davis.
You feel Peterborough coming.
Goes over to Bebris. He steps inside on Danny Rose. A backhand from Sam Oakford. Up to Clarkson. Just tips it out into neutral ice. A hard skate from McEwen. Goes steaming down. Takes the player, and the both of them end up upturned in the corner of the ice. Peterborough skating out, quick feet once again. Griffiths takes a deflection from Rick Plant, and now Peterborough getting into Telford's end and throwing the hits, keeping the pressure on in the end zone. The puck's loose, comes out to neutral ice. Peterborough's defence setting up the play. Russell's free on the left side, D to D, switch sides, goes off the wall. Towner reaches forward for the puck. Kalina carries it in, winds up, rocking a shot, and a corking goal! From the top of the slot there, you see the player come in. Kalina celebrates on the centre line right in front of us. He bides his time on the arch of the circle, winds up, fires that slap shot home, beating Ozins to the right-hand side, and at 6 minutes and 5 seconds, Milan Kalina puts goal number 2 on the clock for the Telford Tigers.
That's the second big goal Kalina scored. He got an almost identical one last night. I was just saying there that the Phantoms were coming back into it.
Yeah.
They were starting to pressure.
They were starting to force the play into Telford's end, put them under pressure, and that break and that speed that line had as Kalina went driving, winds up for the slap shot. We saw him pull one of those last night as well. He's really on form with that precision to beat these skilled netminders to put goal number 2 on the clock. Bit of a pile-up in front of the Telford bench. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Comes across. Phantoms drive out. Pass to the left side. Reach forward. Pass forward to Ferrara, but Jones clears it out through to neutral ice. Stefanek bouncing puck towards Baston. Plays it back to Zajac. He backhands it down to Jones. Jones skates out to the right side. Plant picks the puck up. Passes it down to Kalina. Walks in. Winds up for the wrist shot. Ozins makes the save, hangs on to it, and we get a stoppage in play. Puck comes forward now. Silverthorne drives forward. 1-on-3. Norton pushes him wide. He shoots. And you saw the netminder Ozins there, had the angle perfectly. The shot beat him, but it also went wide of the net, which is great experience of a netminder, taking the angles away and saying, yeah, you can shoot anywhere you like because it ain't going in the back of the net.
Well, in Ozins, Paul, you're probably still looking at probably the best netminder in the league.
Absolutely.
Without doubt.
There was a game here once, earlier in the season, isn't it, where they really got under his skin and he lost it.
Yeah.
But, and we've seen that as well with most talented netminders. You'd say the same of Stevie Lyle.
That's just passion, though, Yeah. It's absolute passion.
And it's self-criticism of themselves. Peterborough wind up with a wrist shot. Comes cross ice. Ferrara pushing down. Lots of traffic in front of Baston. He dives on the puck to hang on to it. And there's a bit of a lockout. Kalina pushing the Peterborough player away from Baston.
Davis comes back out. Zajac and Clarkson.
So you've got Matty Davis up on the point for the slap shot. Technically the smallest guy on the squad lining up in D.
Clarkson's got in for the face-off, and he's kind of hard.
Davis. Oh, and that hit was finished on Davis up on the slot there. Griffiths following through. But again, that's what you want to do. You want to throw Telford off. They've got a power play. Zajac shoots!
I'm going to say
McEwen tries for the tip-in, deflects the puck away from the net.
We say it week in, week out. Telford didn't seem to produce on the pass.
Davis up to Zajac, shoots! And a great catch in mid-save. What was he doing, Alan?
He was picking cherries.
Picking cherries. Great save there. Puck comes up to the point. Davis backhands. Silverthorne switches sides. Back across to McEwen, cycles it up out the corner, waits at the hash marks, backhands it through to Davis. Zajac steps across, goes for the back post. McEwen pulls it down. Clarkson just picked it up. McEwen made the shot. Ozins made the save. The puck was loose on the line, and all it took was the reach of big Dougie Clarkson to pick the puck up, sit in the crease, pop it in the back of the net. 40 seconds into the PP. We've criticised Telford in many occasions for not utilising and turning their power plays into goal. You give him one when it matters. 40 seconds later, Doug Clarkson scores the goal.
I was just about to say, curse of the commentator, like you say, we criticised Telford for not producing on his power plays, and what do? They go and score. I would be starting to worry a bit now if I was coaching Peterborough. I was expecting a timeout to come there. 3-0 down, who would have put money on that?
14:01, goal scored by Doug Clarkson, assisted by McEwen, timed at 14 minutes and 1 second. Period 1, and Telford are 3 goals up.
Well, it's replicating what happened last night. 3-0 up in the first period last night, but long way to go.
Stars battling around, Peterborough outnumbering Telford 2-1 on the power play, forcing towards the puck carrier. Pleskauskas dumps it down into the corner, comes up high. Pleskauskas puts it across to the high slot. Bebris steps in, puts it down to the back post, back up to Bebris, up to Pleskauskas on the slot, fakes the shot, back to Bebris, looks to walk in. Back to Pleskauskas, wrist shot comes in. Darge is in the hope, there's a rebound, there's a loose puck, and now there's a rugby scrum for the puck. It comes out against the wall. Tigers back to 5 skaters. Cahorn puts it out in the backhand. Pleskauskas picks it up on the blue line. Clarkson ties up with Bebris, slashes towards the stick. Bebris comfortable on the puck, sends it down to Pleskauskas on the back post. He's got a bit of time to set it up. Shot comes in from Norton, he comes in half-cocked as Pleskauskas sends him the puck for the one-timer. He's half-cocked again in the hope that the puck will come his way. 12 seconds left on the first period. Can Peterborough bury the puck in the back of the net and get them onto the score sheet? Shot comes in from Tono, slightly wide to the right. Bit of pushing and shoving with Oakford against the wall. And at the end of the first period, it's the Telford Tigers 3, Peterborough Phantoms 0. Thank you very much for all your tweets as well. So at the end of the first period, the Telford Tigers take a 3-goal lead. Wow, did both teams come out of the starting blocks at full pelt. If Usain Bolt could play ice hockey, he was playing right now.
What a start to a game. What a first period. We've seen brilliant ice hockey, brilliant moves from both teams, but you know the Tigers, 3-0. Gosh. 3-0
the score in the first period as the Telford Tigers take on the Peterborough Phantoms. It's the second leg of the EPL Challenge Cup semi-final. Telford have got to win this in regulation time to force overtime. The overtime goal will determine who goes through to the cup final. It literally is an overtime lottery if Tigers win this in regular time.
It's all good stuff here because we're going to see overtime if this continues.
Yeah, certainly an exciting game.
Mr. Matthews looks happy.
He's checking in with the goal judges. So as we look in, we're about to embark on the second period of ice hockey action as the Telford Tigers take on the Peterborough Phantoms. Matthews raises his hand, drops the puck, and the game gets underway.
What have the Phantoms got in their pockets? What have they got to come back to? Oh, and it's given away from Ferrara there. It's a bit of a...
Well, he did get the pass across, but a lot of pressure as Matty Davies comes out flying. The Peterborough Phantoms are on a power play, so they've got a man up.
There's a question coming in there about netminders. How many times can you change your netminder?
As many as you want.
As many as you want. So the answer to that question, Tomo, is yes.
Yeah, because...
the question was...
Milton Keynes did this, where they changed their netminder and then took their import netminder out for overtime to free up their ability.
The question was, if the import netminders are taken out for 3-on-3 and it goes to penalties, can you change back?
I believe so.
The answer seems to be yes.
Shot comes in from Peterborough. I would need to check the rule, but there's no reason why you couldn't, as far as I'm aware. The only thing you don't want is a netminder going in cold, facing penalty shots.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if somebody's on form and the momentum's there.
Bedbury's just having a shot. Now it's 5-on-5.
Ferrara steps in and shoots.
And there's a break here. Yeah. There's a break.
Clarkson held him up, carries the puck over, takes it over the blue line, puts it back to the slot. A lunge from Silverthorne deflects the puck, and it goes to the right of the post. I think it might have took a nudge from the pipework. Danny Rose deflects it off. The penalty's being killed. We're back to 5-on-5. 2 minutes into the second period, and Peterborough didn't utilise their second power play.
Well, that's the danger, pushing deep, you know.
Griffiths now walks through, shoots, and a deflection from Danny Rose's stick takes the puck bound for the Sliders skate shop corner.
For those of you maybe new to tuning into us, Paul, I have to say, is a former referee, and I'm a former player, so you can imagine some of the discussion we have sometimes.
You pretty much get that player-referee sort of discussion, and it's just to understand the interpretation of what the referees are calling and why, and how that fits with the letter of the law. And it's such a judgmental call when you're officiating a full-contact sport. So much of it is personality and your perception on what's gaining an advantage and what's not, and what's unfair. Tate shoots for the back post, Plant comes steaming in but didn't get the puck to the stick. Or even the stick to the puck. Weaver shoots from the point. Wide to the left of post. Weldon picks it up for Peterborough. Accelerates out into the slot area. Passes through to the right side. We can hear those bass drums of Peterborough fans echoing down from the far end of the rink. Goodison tying up against the wall there with White. Puck comes out to the high slot. Plant to Tate, knocks on, Kalina skates in, and if that puck had run on, I think Kalina would have head goal bound, but Weldon gets back in time for Peterborough. Stretch pass, great stretch pass. Sustas picks it up, takes it into the corner. It bounced off his stick a little bit, prevented him driving goal bound, but a good way to get up the ice quickly. You always hear junior coaches saying to their players, pass the puck up. Nothing moves as quick as the puck.
The pace of this period picked up where it left off before, you know, Paul, very, very fast again.
Yeah, I think it is quick. I don't think it's quite as... A loose puck! And Sustas puts it in! Baston made the save, the rebound came out, Sustas lunged at it, and Peterborough find themselves on the clock 3 minutes and 43 seconds into the second period. So the official time of goal, 23 minutes and 43 seconds.
And that's what persistence does for you. They've hung around, they've kept working, they've capitalised, but the pressure's
held that slot area, and that's what they do. You look at the coach there, and he's just fist pumping with the players as they come off. That's what they needed to do. They needed to break that. They needed to get a score on the clock. So now momentum has switched Peterborough bound. They can get another couple. You've got a hell of a game on your hands.
The Phantoms are on top this period. They've had one power play or partial power play. They've got a second opportunity here.
Sends the puck around the boards. Linesman switch. Comes out to neutralise. Dumped over the top. Peterborough on the PP. Silverthorne forechecking on Ozin, skates in. Norton gets the puck. Telford, 2 forecheckers in. A risky play to take, but that's why they've converted so many short-handed goals this season.
I was just about
carried out now. Left side, Plaskauskas carries in, tries to pull inside. Zajac holds his ground, sends the puck into the corner, and he's strong on that puck. Zajac now battling in the corner. The puck goes in and off the wall. It's bouncing around like there's no tomorrow off the wall there. Ozin skates out to the blue line. He's almost leaving an empty net situation. If Telford can convert the puck, I love the confidence of him to come out and play like that.
Remember the last time we see, we said it's really great, but the one time you slip up, slip up.
Now Davis on the break, he stops, he puts the brakes on, he's killing the penalty, and he holds up. Padlek was putting him under pressure. He goes back and finishes the hit, but Padlek shrugs it off. He pretty much delayed, he put it onto the backhand. Stefanik now onto the right side. Pass comes across the middle, Ferrara shoots, and Baston hangs onto it with a corking save. A great shot as Ferrara comes in.
You say quite often that they don't capitalise. They got one from the first period, and they're trailing 1-0 in this period. They've got to get their heads back up because it's blatantly evident that Peterborough have taken control of this game.
So Telford up to the point. Zajac shoots and it just goes over the crossbar. The puck deflects down, bounces back to the post, and then comes out to neutralise. Davis across to Zajac. Archer putting the pressure on, and suddenly quicker feet from Peterborough forcing the errors. Now a pass comes through. Silverthorne gets the back pass, comes through from Clarkson, skating around the boards. Davis holds it in at the point. Peterborough, an aggressive forecheck to get the turnover. Padlek forcing his way forward. The puck drifts back, gets back as far as Zajac. Steps up ice, uses the boards. Silverthorne skates in after it. Norton deflects it off the boards. Silverthorne keeps it up in the end zone, pushing and shoving. 121 with the extra man. Clarkson, wrist shot. There's a scrap, and the loose puck comes from Ozins. McEwen picks it up in the slot, and it was Corey McEwen that buried the puck in the empty net. Ozins saving the initial shot from Big Doug Clarkson. The loose puck coming down into the slot area, and it picked up by McEwen, who picks up a goal. The fourth goal of the night.
Was it McEwen? I thought Silverthorne had touched it.
I thought it was McEwen in the slot. We'll see what the announcement is. Could have been either.
This could be the referee of the olden days giving the point to the wrong player.
Shut up. Thank you. Jason Silverthorne picking up the rebound from Ozins and putting it in the back of the net. My correction. So Silverthorne was the scorer of goal number 2. And Trutch Allen to watch it, because he's used to watching who scores for the old extra, the sponsor points from back in the day. I was on that.
Let me just get this lump of humble pie out for you, my friend.
Yeah. I had some fruitcake, but I ate it in the break and it's all gone. Otherwise, I'd give you a piece for that. Silverthorne picks up the 4th goal. 4-1 the score. Telford converting another power play. Yeah, if you don't win the draw, whatever you've set up doesn't really matter.
A bit of added difficulty in there, but that's what they're discussing. Let's have a look how this one goes. No, the draw was tied up.
Yeah, it's sort of
no clean win for anyone.
Locked out into almost a scrimmage.
But Peterborough have set it up. They've set it up in the Tigers zone.
Telford boxing it up. Silverthorne giving a shove to the D-man just in the right of your screen there. Bit of a battle going on for the puck. Griffin comes out to the slot.
Oh,
and now Plant goes in, and that there's fisticuffs going, and it's very unusual for Rick Plant to get involved with like that.
He must have seen something there. There was a bit of pushing and shoving coming on. Rick Plant is a normal.
He's really unhappy with what went on there.
It's Sustas
doesn't want to know. He sort of mixes it up, skates back, and gets involved in the play. And it's smart if he can draw a penalty out of it.
That's who the riff was before. With Plant. Jones is with him now.
Shot comes in from the point, shot in from Sam Zajac, saved and deflected from Ozins.
Telford Tigers back to full.
Silverthorne, Sticklift, puts it across. Kalina shoots and Silverthorne gets a rebound. And look at that celebration as he jumps him into the glass. It was the 3rd attempt, to be fair to Ozins. The initial shot comes in, and it was a power play goal because Peterborough's penalty
just expired.
So Danny Rose came back onto the ice. The first shot comes in. We have a second go at the rebound. Silverthorne picks up the 3rd goal. And what does that put him on? Is that his hat trick?
No,
Second.
he's on 2 now. Yeah, he's on 2.
Time of goal. 35 minutes and 21 seconds. Jason Silverthorne. Silverthorne just tries to lock it out. There's a bit of a fence for the gain puck possession. Ferrara passes forward, but his right winger goes offside. He curls back up. Darge carries it over, tips it forward, and what a collision in the ice. I don't know who that was that went in. It was Silverthorne on Darge. Both of them back up and at it. But I tell you what, there was no love lost the way that hit was thrown in.
What Silverthorne doesn't have put it around a bit when he gets going. You know, to speak to him, you wouldn't.
And there's a hit on Jones.
It's getting chippy. Look. And there's a bit from Jones.
Ties with Darge.
Matthews is watching it. Matthews is watching it.
Yeah. Is he going to call it?
Well, he's posing there with his hand on his hips.
Yeah. Oakford has a word with Darge.
Yeah, he's not going to call it. Well, it's getting that way, Paul. It's getting that way.
Okay, so the end of the second period, it finished on that period 2-1 in favour of the Tigers. The score in the game, 5-1, and it seems a very steep battle for Peterborough now, coming out in the 3rd period with a 4-goal deficit.
Well, look, the score is what the score is, but to me, I think Peterborough still had the best of that period. Telford have taken their chances. There was a revigorated Phantoms came out of that dressing room for the second period. Yeah. They got stuck in, they got a goal, and their momentum did drop.
For the first 7 minutes of that period, it was Peterborough's period, to be fair.
Telford have taken the chances, but I think it's because they've promoted themselves, not that Peterborough have backed down. You know?
They have scored their power play goals. They had a couple of power play goals. Join us after the break as we take a look at the 3rd period action. You won't want to miss this. So Matthews raises his hand for the start of the 3rd period, drops the puck, and as you can see, 1:32 of 4-on-4. And now, Puck runs on into the corner. Minute and 6 remaining on the Telford power play. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Davis back across to Weaver. Takes it back behind the net, sets up the play.
55 seconds.
Ferrara and Plant up on the blue line. Plant skates across the line. Horn comes shooting down the middle. Carries it on 1-0, pulls it round, and a backhanded goal as he carries it round Ozins, puts it underneath him, and a minute and 15 seconds. What a turnaround in the Telford Tigers power play, converting almost everyone they're presented, compared to countless power plays last week that were unable to utilise, Alan.
Well, you know, we just saying that Peterborough have had the run of the first 5 minutes of that third period, and Horns come up with an absolute stunner there to take the lead up to 6-1. The lead, of course, now immaterial.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'd rather listen to the Birdie song, and that's saying something.
You pretty much are.
I'd rather listen to the Birdie song. A lot of people here know my feelings. And oh my!
What a goal!
Oh, that came
straight off the draw. Kalina celebrates. The ear-to-ear smile on Rick Plant's face says it all. Straight off the draw, the shot comes across, and here we are. Another goal for the Telford Tigers.
Is it Silverthorne again?
Think so. Is it a hat-trick for the big man? 47 minutes and 23 seconds.
That's his third.
Oh, the puck's bouncing around. Everyone's trying to catch it. Bebris up to the point. Plaskauskas. That's a shot. Goes, shoots and scores. And Plaskauskas just from the blue line on 58 minutes and 52 seconds scores Peterborough's second goal. 7-2 the scoreline. They celebrate the goal, and that's the first one to get past Sam Gospel.
I'm having a shirt off his back.
Have you bought a ticket, Al?
No.
That's kind of why you're never going to win.
Allowed to. You know what happens?
You are allowed to.
You know yeah, but you know when you win it, like Chris Kelsall when the shirt off his back and he's a goal judge. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know,
so that's the end of the game. The 3 seconds ticks by. Now it's time for a bit of overtime.
Here we go. Eyes down.
So overtime begins. 3-on-3. Referee Matthews puts his hand in the air.
And I do apologise now because
Silverthorne,
I get excited and
Plant,
very loud.
Oakford, Archer, Ferrara and Griffiths. Norton got pulled down by Weaver, and you saw the call. McEwen goes through, and that was a slash from Norton. So you've got 1 for 1 now. There was a Weaver arguing interference penalty. Definitely a slash going back the other way. And the referee's playing with his whistle in the pocket, as they used to say in the old days.
Nobody in front of the net.
It's 3-on-3. They're keeping possession. Cahorn now circles in front. McEwen tries to drift it across. Weaver comes across. They lock sticks. Long puts his stick down. And now watch it. It's Ozins back in goal, not Long. Bebris is British trained. Thank you very much to the tweet. Okay. That makes sense, absolutely, says
thank you.
Aline the Smart.
And
now, Zajac with Clarkson shoots. The save was made from Ozins. He looks behind him, but the puck had been saved.
No goal.
Ozins was looking behind, but he clearly made the save. Puck deflects into the boards. Weaver dumps it long.
No, it's not going. It's
It's washed off. The puck didn't make it over. Ozins lifts his stick. Griffith now, it's a breakaway from Archer. Archer walks in. Gospel goes with the puck into the corner. Kalina curls up ice. Archer switches. Kalina. Zajac takes the line change. Kalina, sorry, should I say. Gets the pass back. 2-on-0. Goes across. Davis picks it out of the air. Fires it, and it goes wide to the right of the post. Such momentum to pick up the first-time shot. Now Peterborough on the break. Davis skates back hard. Toner's on the puck. Zajac pushes him wide. Gospel freezes it. Peterborough hovering for a rebound. Gospel covers it up for a stoppage in play. The puck bounces around. Zajac presses forward. Zajac delays, pulls it inside, buys some time. He needs to do something with it quickly. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're facing penalty shots to decide who goes through to the EPL final.
Well, this is going to the wire. We thought it might, and it is.
Okie dokie. Padlek is the first to shoot. Gospel's between the pipes. The two face off now as Padlek skates up to the puck. Picks it up, goes wide to the right, fakes, trembles, Gospel makes the save, and it bobbled over his arm, but it didn't go in the back of the net.
Well, Kalina's been banging him away.
He has. He's had
his
fun.
heart's content when he's had the opportunity. What can he do tonight?
Now, what's going through his head? He's making the decision. Does he go straight down the middle? Does he weave side to side? Does he take it slow? Does he wind up for the slap shot? He goes slow motion.
He does this
curls to the
exactly.
left.
He does it.
Snakes in and out. Ozins takes the angle away. He fakes,
And he
shoots.
saves it.
And Ozins makes the save.
Paskauskas
Carries it in. Delays. Shoots and save. A pad save from the right leg pad of Sammy Gospel. As Maddie Davis. Quick hands, shoots and skies it over the crossbar.
Wide. Here we go, Stepanek.
He has a look. He hasn't been flavour of the month. He gets boos from the crowd as he takes the puck. The third penalty shot goes very wide to the left. Pulls it in, fakes it, and he lost the puck, and Gospel just covered it. Big Dougie Clarkson to take shot number 3. If this goes in the back of the net, the Telford Tigers are going to the EPL final. If it doesn't, we drop down to sudden death penalty shots. Dougie's name is chanted out. He smiles, he's loving it as he skates up, touches the puck, curls left to right, delays, shoots. Ozins makes the save. It is Archer, yes, the same 3. Didn't Archer take the first one?
You know, I can't remember that.
Someone will tweet us. Here he goes. Archer goes wide to the left. Walks in on Gospel. Fakes. Gospel saves. He closes up the pads. Jason Silverthorne faces Ozins between the pipes for Peterborough.
Silverthorne, the marksman, he's probably got the most accurate shot on the team. What can he pull out of the bag?
Carries the puck forward.
And he take the Tigers through.
Shoots and Ozins pick his cherries. Dodge curls side to side. Walks in. Gospel narrows the fold. Carries it round to the first goal. Go to Dodge.
Oh my goodness. It all boils down to this one. It's life or death. Here we go.
Horn picks it up. Goes forward, steams forward, backhander save, and Peterborough win on that last penalty shot. Ozins is the man. He looks to the fans, he opens his blocker and his catching mitt, looks in celebration, and I think Telford fans are stunned by the fact that Peterborough win this and go through, having lost the game 7-2.
It's ridiculous. The best team over the 2 legs has gone out. Again, the league are coming up with rules that I don't know in what other country that they'd play to this system.
Where you can win a game by 5 goals and lose in overtime.
Yeah, or on a shootout. I really don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell the players. We played excellent hockey. We were outstanding tonight. Peterborough couldn't get close to us. Power play, we were 4 from 5 maybe. PK, we were 100% as well. We were excellent in every department. And to have rules in place to decide a game the way they have, I don't get it. I'd love somebody to explain to me why that is. Yeah. Is it because Peterborough got stuffed in the first leg last year, the semi-final? And it's not... it's extremely frustrating sitting here in this situation when the best team have definitely gone out of the cup tie. And surely you want the best teams playing.
And the other thing, that as somebody watching the game, because of the way that the rule was set up, the third period was... Everyone was just resting, ready for overtime, because they knew that was coming. Both teams that stepped off the gas because they knew they'd have to step up to the plate for overtime on a 5-goal game. So it was equally frustrating to watch.
It was a non-event. It really was a non-event through the third period, and I can't explain it. Like I say, I'd love somebody to come back and give me some good reasons why that's the case. You know what? It sounds like we're moaning. It sounds like we're whining. You know what? We played a great game of hockey. We won the game convincingly. We won across the aggregate convincingly. We're gutted for the players who have worked tirelessly through difficult circumstances over, not just this week after everything that's been thrown at them as a group. Previously, these guys have got huge character and they don't deserve to be out of the cup. But rules are rules.
So what a thrilling end to the game. It went to overtime, then penalty shots. It was Peterborough the victors. They go through to the final of the EPL Cup, but Telford remain top of the league. Next week they take on Bracknell. You can see all the highlights here on Made in Birmingham, 7 o'clock on Wednesday night. Silverthorne off the boards, gets the break, goes with him. Silverthorne puts it onto the back post. Hill, who shoots and scores. Zajac puts it into the back post, and it goes forward from Macaulay Haywood, having the right hand over the top, throwing it in, and Miller's going toe to And the shot comes from forward now. Babrea with plans. Babrea walks in, shoots.
And he picks up his own rebound and scores.
Zarbo, and he's not happy about that. It was a late hit, the hit from behind. And you see the players